Hello everyone, welcome to the premiere episode of Co-Angler's Corner, brought to you by Olson Home Theater. I'm Russell Olson. Today on the show, with this being the premiere episode of the show, what I'd really like to do is just take a few minutes today and go over what to expect on the show, kind of overview of what the show's about, some things that you can see or expect to see. And I'd also like to take a moment or two and just kind of introduce myself, just go over, some of my history, some of my fishing background, so on and so forth. As far as who I am, I have been fishing tournaments now for about 7-8 years. I've actually, I feel that I'm, pretty green to the sport simply because I actually haven't been, really fishing all my life and doing this all my life like some of the guys have. I have been, I've fished off and on as, here and there as a kid, but, I actually, I really just started getting into fishing, just maybe a couple years at the most before I started tournament fishing. Right now I fish with a club called the Beaver Dam Bass Anglers. We are affiliated with TBF, which is part of the sanctioning body called FLW Outdoors. I'm sure most of you guys have been fishing. Obviously, you know who FLW is. I've been with the Beaver Dam Bass Anglers, for one season. I'm just starting my second season with them. Even the first season I've been with them, I've learned so much from them. They're a great bunch of guys. I really do feel like it's a good learning club. They'll share all kinds of information with you. My experience, like I said, I've been tournament angling about 7-8 years. I've qualified for Zone several times, Zone 3 here in Wisconsin. I've been to state once. Actually, I'll be going my second time this year. To the state tournament this year. Our state tournament is going to be out of Oconto, which actually, well, by that time it will be my second time on really big water. We're actually going to Sturgeon Bay in a couple weeks on Lake Michigan, so this will be my first year I've been on what I consider really big water. So it'll be quite interesting. But I've had actually last season caught one of my biggest fish ever. A little over 4 pounds on actually one of my favorite baits that I like to throw, which I actually will be featuring on the show eventually. Is called a Senko. I'm sure a lot of you guys are watching this are probably already familiar with that. But that's one of the things that. That's one of my favorite baits. I also enjoy throwing spinner baits, crankbaits. Honestly, there's been a lot of times when I feel like that. I really enjoy throwing power baits, your spinner baits, crankbaits, jerk baits. Anything I would prefer to be a power fisherman, but there's so many times when my instincts tell me that's not the way to go. But those are things we'll get into with later episodes. With the show, the reason I wanted to start the show Co-Angler's Corner is simply because I would like to help others and myself become better anglers, especially being better anglers from the back of the boat. Not only become better fishermen, help catch try to help others catch more fish, but also kind of talk about etiquette. Talk about even simple things as what you should pack for lunch on the boat. So we'll be getting into a very diverse, wide range of topics. And I do intend to have a segment of show basically to spotlight a bait. Just basically pick a bait, spotlight it. Try to show it in water if I can, but discuss some of the actions. Discuss some things I feel confident in. Some things, some like maybe modifications to baits I feel very confident in. I also like to actually even you guys comment on subjects, and we could even do episodes on something that you commented on. All you guys can actually contribute to the show. But the main thing with the show is, like I said, to help us all be better anglers, better tournament anglers from the back of the boat. I know there's a lot of us, and and I'm not there yet. I don't have my own boat yet, but I'm working on that. I've started a new business that it's gonna get me to that point. So kind of even that's we may even discuss how co-anglers even talk about trying to save for your boat, for your first boat. So with that being said, that's basically what I want to go over with the show today. I'd also like to thank one of my other sponsors, Frugal Muse Books. Dave over there at Frugal Muse Books, he'll get you great prices on, they can get you new books, and they have great selection of new books and used movies, selection of music. Their website is www.frugalmuse.com. And they do have a brick and mortar store on the west side of Madison. Anybody who lives in Madison, Wisconsin, check them out. And like I said, you can also check them out online as well. And also, if you'd like to get paid when people pay their bills, email me. The email address is olsonhometheater@gmail.com. And we will talk to you next time. Take care.